Welcome back. Today, we want to ask the question or answer the question, how do I know I'm ready to return to work?
Yes, this is
so basic, but so important.
Yeah, I remember feeling this way. Like, am I really ready? Are the kids old enough? Or, do I have the time? Like all of these questions were kind of circling in my brain when I was
how am I going to make the time?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we are going to break it down for you here today.
And often when we have applicants to our career return program, we will turn them away if they aren't ready. There are some key markers. And the first one is having that itch.
Yes.
And that's
if you know what we're talking about. But let's break that down.
It's that feeling of, I need to do something that isn't volunteering or taking care of my family or my in-laws or my parents or whoever it is you're taking care of.
For me, I remember I was like standing in the middle of my family room thinking, I cannot go and wipe down the kitchen countertop one more time.
Right. Yeah. So it can be that kind of itch. I need to do something outside. Yeah. We try not to say more because we're both mothers of four. We really value that caregiving time, but something different, something beyond the confines of caregiving.
Well, it's a seeking of fulfillment that you as a caregiver are allowed to live a life that is fulfilling. And if you are feeling drained, because caregiving is it's a drain. It's something that we aspire to, something we're really good at, but it doesn't mean that it isn't draining to you.
Right.
And finding fulfillment in your life, which can come in the form of work, can be a really important factor. So that's a part of that itch.
And the other itch is sometimes it's connection.
Yes.
I want to be around adults again. Yes. Or it might be an itch to use your brain a little bit more. I always think, caregiving is very blue collar work.
Yes.
And the white collar world might be speaking to you. You want to do something more strategic, more intellectual. These are all good reasons. But when you're feeling that itch,
wait, I want to say one more because I'm just thinking this as you're saying this is that need for like performance evaluation, right?
Yeah, because you never really know. I mean, my kids are in their 20s and you still don't know if you did a good job.
You don't.
Like you never know.
No,
it's so true. We hear that a lot. Yeah. So if you're feeling that itch, that's a sign that you are ready to return to work.
Yes. Yep. The next one is need. And this could come up for a variety of reasons. Maybe you're finding yourself in the path to divorce. And so there's a new financial need or a financial imperative that you're going to have that safety, that security.
You might also be in a position where you have kids heading to college and you want to, and maybe it's financial need, maybe it's just a desire to contribute more, to take some of the heat off of your partner, maybe to make some money for some of these other extras that maybe you haven't been able to afford because you've taken this time off from work. Often we will find our students with spouses who have gone off to work on their own, and what they really need is benefits.
Yes.
So there's that financial need that can play into it in a variety of different ways that we've just explained.
Right. Or that your spouse's job that has always been solid and secure. Right now, there might be some questions as to whether or not that's going to be something that is going to always be there.
That's exactly right. It could be an industry that's failing. It could be a startup that's not looking quite so like it's going to make it to the next level.
Yeah.
So a lot of reasons that you might have a hard need to go back to work. So that would be another good reason to do so.
The next one is time. And you can probably speak to this more than I can right now, just even in your own life, right?
You have to be in a position where you've got the time or you can make the time. So we both went back to work when our children were young, but we were self-employed. So we had full control over our schedules. And there's some great benefit to that. We weren't making the kind of money we'd made before because we were working part-time. So you have to really look at how much time do I have to invest, not only in the work once I've got it, but in the work of getting the work.
Yes.
Because getting a job is a job. So you have to make sure that you can, if you don't have the time, because now your children might be older and gone, that you can make the time by finding structures, whether it be after school care or getting a nanny or getting a babysitter or whatever, that you have that time to invest because you want to go all in.
Yes. And that comes from having conversations with the supports that are around you, be it a spouse, be it family members, whatever, making space and time for that, because this is something that you're going after is something that you're going to have a real conversation around. Yeah. And then the last one is the discipline to make it
which kind of goes with the time, right? Because you have to have the discipline to create the time, but you have to be focused enough that when you have that time, you're really looking at and doing those things that matter for your career return doing those steps?
Well, we get into a really defined role as a caretaker, and we are often caring for everyone around us. So we become really flexible, and I'm always available. And yes, this is something that maybe I'm interested in doing, but I all of a sudden today don't have the time. Doing a career return takes consistent discipline in order for it to happen. You know, there are very few that say, oh, I'm going to do this and make it happen. And then all of a sudden sunshine, rainbow, and unicorns.
Like you like to say, sometimes you have to disappoint people too. So that friend that you might have always been accessible to, you might have to say no, because you're not working. Because you are working today and you're not going to take that walk, or you're not going to go to spin class or whatever it is, because you've got this goal that you're chasing. So that discipline is a really important partner to the time.
Yeah. And structures, and putting structures in place to make that happen. Scheduling it like you would be scheduling work into your calendar is really important. So there you have it. Those are the ways to
make sure that you need, or that you want to do a career return, knowing that the time is right.
Yes.
Because the need and the want might be there, but you have to consider the time.
Yes. And we actually have a career readiness assessment on our website that will link below, that you can take, that will help you determine, is it right for you?
It's like a 5-minute survey. You answer some questions and the results will come back with kind of your level of readiness to return to work. And if you're finding that you are really ready for a return to work, there's tons more content, both on our YouTube channel here, at our website, www.preparetolaunchu.com. We have a course coming up next semester that we'll be taking women through. That's a live hybrid course. Lots of resources for you. We wish you the best of luck, and we hope we can continue to support you.